Welcome to Science and Technology Briefing. The content of the briefing includes iPhone maker Foxconn's sales decline as China begins probe. China stock gurus, Buffett cash, gold bet, Sunday Asia briefing. CIIE update, China premier pledges on imports, Albanese speaks. Tech giants pour billions into cloud capacity in AI push. US-India 2+2, Pacific Islands Forum, China Singles Day War. iPhone maker Foxconn's sales decline as China begins probe. Bloomberg. October sales for Han High Precision Industry Company, also known as Foxconn, dropped 4.6% as a result of uncertainty caused by an investigation launched by Beijing into the world's largest iPhone assembler. The investigation is complicating Apple's position in its largest international market and production base. China accounts for about a fifth of Apple's sales, and investors have grown wary of the iPhone's prospects in the country due to a struggling consumer economy and increasing hostility towards U.S. businesses in the ongoing technology conflict. Foxconn has said it will cooperate with authorities, but its shares have tumbled as a result of the investigation. China stock gurus, Buffett cash, gold bet, Sunday Asia briefing. Bloomberg. This week in China, inflation and bank earnings will be in focus. Singapore will host the Earthshot Prize Awards, and the Philippines will introduce short selling in its stock market. China's deflationary pressures persist, while Australia's central bank may surprise by not raising rates. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway has a record cash pile, and weak credit demand may impact Asian bank earnings. Climate negotiators have reached an agreement on a compensation fund for extreme weather events, and the global pile of junk-rated corporate debt is shrinking. Tesla, Ford, and GM are reconsidering investments in electric vehicles. The Melbourne Cup horse race will take place on Tuesday. CIIE update, China premier pledges on imports, Albanese speaks. Bloomberg. Chinese Premier Li Qiang has pledged to boost imports at the China International Import Expo, CIIE, in Shanghai. The event is providing foreign exporters with an opportunity to increase trade with China following pandemic-related border closures. Executives from companies including Sanofi, HSBC, Rio Tinto, and PepsiCo will also attend the expo and the Hongqiao International Economic Forum. Hong Kong Financial Secretary Paul Chan used the forum to criticize countries that hinder investment and trade with protectionism, while Chinese President Xi Jinping stated that China would continue to make economic globalization more open and inclusive. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese also expressed optimism about ties with China during his visit to the expo. Tech giants pour billions into cloud capacity in AI push. Financial Times. Amazon, Microsoft, and Alphabet are expected to increase their capital spending as they build up capacity to serve the growth of generative artificial intelligence, AI. The companies, which dominate the global cloud market, have already increased investment in computing infrastructure. Capital spending rose to a combined $42 billion in Q3 2021, up almost 20% from the same period last year. Analysts predict that cloud-related spending will accelerate next year as the companies compete to win new customers with state-of-the-art AI tools and services. Bank of America analysts forecast that cloud-related capex for the three companies will rise 22% in 2022 to $116 billion. US-India 2+2, Pacific Islands Forum, China Singles Day War. Nikkei Asia. Leaders of major banks and asset management companies will gather in Hong Kong for an investment summit this week, while executives from China's CATL, Thailand's WHA, and other global companies have been invited by Nikkei to speak at the annual Global Management Dialogue in Tokyo. China will release external trade figures for October and consumer price index data. Singles Day, the nation's annual shopping blitz, closes on Saturday. Billionaire's $30 billion renewables project announces plan for cable plant. ABC. Tasmania has been named as the preferred site for Sun Cable's advanced cable manufacturing facility. The $30 billion Sun Cable project, described as the world's largest solar energy infrastructure network, will include a solar farm in the Northern Territory and a 4,200 kilometers undersea transmission line to Singapore. Tasmania was selected from 30 locations worldwide, and was chosen for its deep port, access to renewable power and transport, skilled workforce and local supply chain. The manufacturing plant will include a tower for vertical manufacturing, which would be more than 100 meters taller than Tasmania's tallest building. Will China's Xinjiang cotton output get a boost from Western satellites? South China Morning Post. Researchers in China have used satellite images to map cotton production in Xinjiang, the largest cotton-producing region in China. The detailed mapping project, which covers the period from 2018 to 2021, could help improve crop management and farming output. The data set, which is available on the open repository Zenodo, can be used for high-precision cotton monitoring, disease prevention and control, and yield forecasting. China produces over 20% of the world's cotton, with Xinjiang accounting for 90% of the country's cotton output last year. Two of the world's most powerful tech execs come from the same Taiwanese family. CNN. The chief executives of NVIDIA and AMD, Jensen Huang and Lisa Su, are distant relatives, according to Taiwanese genealogist Jean Wu. Huang is Su's Biaojiu in Mandarin Chinese, which translates to first cousin once removed. The connection, first acknowledged by Su in 2020, has attracted attention in Taiwan, which has become a battleground for the US and China's tech industries. Although they grew up apart, both Huang and Su were raised in tech-focused environments, with Taiwan's tradition of producing world-leading hardware inspiring many young people to pursue careers in technology. Both studied electrical engineering and entered the semiconductor field, with Huang working at AMD before founding NVIDIA in 1993, and Su joining AMD in 2012. Both NVIDIA and AMD sell hardware and software to leading tech companies, and they compete in the gaming and data center markets, as well as the emerging AI chip sector. NVIDIA's stock has rallied 208% this year, while AMD's has risen 73%. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Hex, your resident observer from the 6 Degrees. Today, we have a lineup of news stories that cover a wide range of topics, from the decline in sales for iPhone maker Foxconn to the investments of tech giants in cloud capacity for AI. So, let's dive in. First up, we have the news that Foxconn's sales have declined due to the investigation launched by Beijing. This has created uncertainty in Apple's largest international market, China. With the struggling consumer economy and increasing hostility towards US businesses, investors are growing wary of the iPhone's prospects in the country. It seems like the ongoing technology conflict is taking a toll on Apple's sales. Moving on, we have updates from China's International Import Expo, CIIE. Chinese Premier Li Qiang has pledged to boost imports at the expo, providing foreign exporters with an opportunity to increase trade with China. Executives from companies like Sanofi, HSBC, Rio Tinto, and PepsiCo will also be attending. It's good to see efforts being made to strengthen trade ties amidst the pandemic-related border closures. In the tech world, Amazon, Microsoft, and Alphabet are expected to increase their capital spending to meet the growing demand for generative AI. With their dominance in the global cloud market, these companies are investing heavily in computing infrastructure. Analysts predict that cloud-related spending will accelerate next year as they compete to win new customers with state-of-the-art AI tools and services. Looks like the AI revolution is in full swing. Next, we have an interesting story about the family connection between the chief executives of NVIDIA and AMD. Jensen Huang and Lisa Su are distant relatives, and both have made significant contributions to the tech industry. They grew up in tech-focused environments in Taiwan and pursued careers in technology. It's fascinating to see how this family connection has played out in the competitive world of hardware and software sales. Lastly, we have the announcement of Tasmania as the preferred site for Sun Cable's advanced cable manufacturing facility. This is part of the $30 billion Sun Cable project, which aims to build the world's largest solar energy infrastructure network. Tasmania was chosen for its deep port, renewable power access, skilled workforce, and local supply chain. It's great to see such ambitious renewable energy projects taking shape. That's all for today's news. It's been a roller coaster ride, from declining iPhone sales to booming AI investments and renewable energy projects. Now, I would love to hear your thoughts and questions. What are your ideas about the challenges faced by Apple in China? Or maybe you have some insights into the future of AI and its impact on various industries? Let's discuss. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.